YouTube, what's going on today? Welcome to a different sort of track guide than normal, changing things up a bit so we can maybe get a few more out in the week. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Hope you guys like this. It's obviously week 7 of season 1 of 2021. We're in the MX5, the Global MX5 series, and as you can see, we are on Oran Park Grand Prix. The race 10 laps, and if we just have a look, 8:45 is the start time. Didn't mean to click that, but anyway, there's the nice little track layout. If we take a little look at the track, first of all, got this sweeper, which really makes the real first turn, turn 2 there, it makes it really, really difficult. The idea is to carry as much speed as you can through that whilst preparing yourself for turn 2. Turn 3, nice and simple. Turn 4 is difficult because of the elevation change. 6 leads into 7 nicely, which, it's just a nice flowing track, this track. I really like it. And then we've got a couple of difficult corners towards the end of the track. So I'm just going to show you how I actually set my session up. So as you can see, it was 8:45. So we'll go for a morning session. If we go to adjust weather, I like to use the iRacing defaults, try and keep it nice and standard. Adjust the track state. We have it around 45–50%. Because I feel like trying to do a good lap today, I'm going to do it on 50%. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was going for an insane lap time, we'd bump it right up to 100%. We'd change the weather. We'd make it as cold as possible, zero humidity. And we would have mostly cloud. Oh no, we'd have overcast is what we'd have. However, we're not trying to do that. We want to keep it fairly reasonable. So let's just do that and let's jump right in. Okay, so here we are in the session. We just have a look at the session info. As you can see, 7:32 in the morning, so a little bit earlier. Track is 27 degrees, so it's actually fairly cool. So I'd be expecting some quick lap times here. In terms of the setup, obviously we are using the baseline setup. And so let's get going. So on the outlap, I'm just looking to sort of feel my way around the track, figure things out if I don't already know the track, I'm looking to learn it. We've looked at the track map already, we've got a general idea. Fortunately, I have done this track before, so I obviously do have an idea where I'm going, but if I didn't, I'd be thinking, right, that's a fairly tight turn. We're on to turn 4 now. Oh, there's a strange camber change there, need to bear that in mind. And then we go up and over the hill. Just make mental notes of these things. How, your notes are going to be different than my notes. But you just sort of get an idea where you can really push the car, where you're going to have to be a bit smoother, a bit gentler on the throttle, things like that. And so we're coming into the last section, super sketchy here. Difficult braking point. And really awkward last turn. So now we've got an idea of the track layout. We're going to try and do it lap number 2, let's go for it. We know that turn number 1 is much of a nothing turn. You just want to dive into it. There we go, I'm not even going to shift into 5th gear. And as you can see, outbrake myself. So now I know next time I need to lift a bit earlier. This is how I go about, this is my process of learning a track, trying to piece together a good lap, essentially, a quali lap or a hot lap. It's very, very simple. Just a trial and error process, really. So these next couple of turns have all been okay. Remember to lift at the top of the crest to get your car turned in, to get that nose turned in. One of the biggest things I've noticed when I've been, if I've been coaching anyone, or if people have been asking me for advice, is that people struggle to use all the track. If you watch me now, or if you have just been paying attention there, you'll notice that I'm using pretty much every inch of the track. You can save absolute seconds and seconds if you just use all of the track. I mean, every single inch. You don't even need to be taking the right line necessarily, but if you're going from one extreme, outside, inside, outside, the standard racing line, that is by far the best way to do it. So hit the brake a little bit earlier there. Keep it nice and tight. Lovely stuff. Look at that. Nearly 4/10 up already. Braking the tyres on our left here. Down to second. Again, we keep it nice and tight. Stamp on that throttle. Up to third gear. Brake at the tyre. You need to dive into this turn because the camber change, it makes it very awkward, but I've found that if you dive into it a bit more than you think, it's the quickest way to do it. Cover the brake as we go over the crest. Try and use all the track. Used a bit too much there. Fortunately kept it clean, didn't get the 1x. Again, just abuse. Look at the abuse. Because of the tyre model upgrade or updates to this car, at the end of last season, you can literally just fly over so many curbs, just abuse everything because the car doesn't bounce as much. Something to bear in mind. So we crossed the line with a 15.5. If I'm not mistaken, that's quicker than my time last season by some margin, and that lap was nowhere near as good. So aiming to brake as we go to that curve. Struggling to get it in gear, which messed me up. But away we go. 2/10 down. Brake a little bit later here maybe. Trail brake and really crank on that wheel. Trail brake in. Power as we get close to the curb. Use all of the track. Lift as we go over the crest. Full power using all of the track on exit. Cover the brake as we go down this crest. Use all of the track. Look at that, every single inch. Cover the brake as we go to the curb. Absolutely monster that curb on the inside. And look, we're up on a time already. Easy stuff. X marks a spot on the braking point there. I'm going to try and take this in third gear. I don't like it, to be honest. There's someone else who does track guides. You probably already know him. He says take that in third gear. And if you ask me, that only works if you're using optimised conditions. Second gear is by far the best. Gives you that. Basically, your car can actually turn in and give you acceleration. You know, I don't want to completely write him off and say that he's completely wrong, because third gear might be better, but you have to get it absolutely perfect. And to me, that's just not feasible to do every single lap. And so again, trail brake up, power on as we get close to that curb. Look at this, we're just gaining time every single lap now. Lift. Cover the brake, turn in. Power, power, power. That left-hander there, you can save so much time just by slowing down just the perfect amount. You just need to cover the brake just a tiny bit. Third, down to second. Keep it tight. Shift to third before we exit, using all of the track. Almost kissed the wall there. So it was an invalid lap, but it was a 15.4. I think we'll be able to get 14s this season. Keep it tight on the power, nice and early. Look at that. Got those two wheels right on the inside there. I think I'm still braking too early for that turn. Look at the tyres on the left. Trail brake. Power. Look at that. 3/10 up. Lift as we go over the crest. Just coast here. Power down. All of the track. Cover the brake. Send it in on the curb. Power, power, power. Cover the brake on the curb. Really attack the curb on the inside and get on that power early. Look at that. Look at the time there. Ooh, flat out there. Nearly got a 1x. X marks the spot. Third. Second. Power, power, power. Up through the gears. And there we have it. Have we just got... No, it's a 0.0, is it? 0.026. So there we have it, guys. that's going to do it for this track guide. Obviously a little bit different than normal, more of a process of how I go about learning the track and how I go about correcting errors and learning from them than a flat out track guide. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're after the Olap, the Blap or the telemetry data, join that Discord, baby. Catch you next time.